The following live broadcast is rated PG. Parental guidance is suggested. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and follow Ear Shoulder Voice on YouTube and Facebook, or visit our website at www.earshouldervoice.com.
We've got to work together.
Hello and happy Thanksgiving. Welcome to Ear Shoulder Voice. You know, this holiday is very trying for a lot of us. A lot of people are not going to be doing the things they usually do on Thanksgiving. But that's okay, because we have a plethora of things in our life that we've been so grateful for. Everything that happens can often take you down and make you feel alone. But if you just take a step back and reflect upon the good times you've had and people who have impacted your life greatly, you'll realize how much positive stuff is always surrounding you every single day. As I said, my name is Keith Litfin, and welcome to Ear Shoulder Voice. Today's topic is Let's Give Thanks. It's a Thanksgiving show. This one's going to be a little different than most shows. First of all, we're just going to talk about people and things that we are grateful for, that we are thankful for, that maybe we don't get a chance to express very often. And we're going to give you a chance to do that too, because you can also join us live on the panel, and we will throw you in so you can say thank you to whoever you want. And we'll get rid of you afterwards because we only need you for that small portion. But other than that, you can also do by audio anything you chat inside the chat room. We will display. If you want to give thanks to anybody out there, feel free to. That's the most important. One thing I'm thankful for and very happy about right now, Ear Shoulder Voice today just reached its 500th Facebook follower. So that's awesome. We finally hit that 500 milestone. Happy about that. We're going to have a lot more coming beyond that. And we got a lot more followers on other channels. But Facebook is the shit. That's the one we watch most. So that's the one we're really happy with. We've got a lot of fun coming up for you tonight. Don't forget while you're here to like, share, follow, and subscribe to Ear Shoulder Voice on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitch, Twitter, and all the good ones out there, because we are going to be there and we are looking for you. You can live chat and engage in the show, and that's what we want. The show is nothing without you and nothing without our panel. So let's bring them in. All right, our first panelist tonight, please welcome Lenny.
Happy Thanksgiving!
Happy Thanksgiving, Lenny.
Almost
I know we talked
Thanksgiving.
about, well, it's close enough. This is the last time you're going to see us before Thanksgiving. Well,
Right.
the audience at least going to see us before Thanksgiving. So, you know what? Happy Thanksgiving to you and everybody out there as well. I know we talked a lot about what we're going to do for Thanksgiving, yes, on our last show on Sunday. But you know what? We can reiterate some of it. I know some of our plans have changed.
Yeah,
So-
mine have went full circle.
Full
Completely.
circle.
Yeah, exactly. So I thought I'd be on my way to Florida, and I am on my way to sitting at my house all week
Well, you know what? You're sitting at your house with who?
with my family.
That's right. There's always something to be
Yeah.
thankful for, something to think about on there.
Yeah.
Well, we're glad you're here because I'm thankful to have you, and I'm thankful to have all our panel right now, including Nikki. Nikki, what's going on?
Hi guys,
Hi.
how are
Hi.
you?
How is your day going?
Wonderful. I started, preparing for dinner tomorrow. I'm so excited for some turkey.
Well, we're all going to be invading your house probably, just so you know.
I'll
Because
have
our plans
plenty.
got changed, so we're totally going to be there. I
Oh,
like
sure.
what you're doing in the back. I got a Rudolph back there, more decorations every time we see you.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
God.
every day it's something new. I gotta ease Greg into it. I can't just all out.
Well, you know what? You always bring the holiday cheer. We like that. Whether it's Halloween, whether it's Thanksgiving, can't wait to see what happens on Christmas and other holidays coming up. That's that's always a good thing. We got to get you in touch with Brandon to explain to him how to slowly add to your wall and make it better and better every time.
I offered some artwork. He refused.
You tried. What else can you say?
His girlfriend's got some really nice tapestry, so I'll give him a pass.
That's fair, as long as she's there to watch it. All right, next up tonight, we've got Gabriel. Gabe, what's going on?
How are you?
Hi, Gabe.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Absolutely amazing. Happy Thanksgiving to you. Now, you were not there for our Sunday show. What do you got planned for tomorrow?
Just getting together with the family, even though CDC has recommended not to, but we're sort of already forced under circumstance to sort of get with each other on a weekly basis anyway. So we're,
That's
you know,
at least you get to. At least you get to. That's what really counts.
yeah,
Sticking
and
around
that's
your family.
one of the things I'm thankful for. So we'll go over that a little bit.
Oh, I'm sure we will.
Yeah.
And we've got one more panelist tonight. The lovely, the very talented, as always, Millie. How you doing?
Hey.
I'm
Millie, glad to have you here. You also, I don't think you were on. You weren't on Sunday's show either. What do you got planned for tomorrow?
Just what we normally do, just dinner with me and my husband. That's it. That's what we always do on Thanksgiving because all our family lives in Delaware and Maryland. So, and we don't go home for Thanksgiving ever. So.
But it's still a nice special event to be able to spend together.
Yeah, we
Before
cook
we
together.
actually, before we actually get into it, I want to say very sorry to Danielle. Danielle is one of our regulars on here. Unfortunately, she's not going to be in the discussion. She lost one of her best guy friends this morning. Very sorry to hear that, Danielle. And but you know, we love you, and what you said here is awesome. Your friend was sure thankful for life, so it's a sign to pass the day before Thanksgiving. Or maybe I need to talk. I don't know. Well, we're always here if you need to talk, Danielle. We always are. But I understand how difficult it can be. And happy Thanksgiving to you as well, Brian. Now, don't forget, you can live join during this show if you're out there, because all you got to do is join the panel live. Go to that link that I posted right there. It should be posted in the Facebook chat as well, and you can join us during the stream, which should be a lot of fun. Should be awesome. I hope it will be. All right.
Where's
I
Bill?
mean,
It's not
should be.
your fault.
We got to watch for Bill, though. Bill, I got to change. If Bill comes on the show, I got to redo that rating screen really quick.
Triple X rated.
Absolutely. This is rated Bill. So, all right. So, there's a lot of bad things going on in a lot of our lives right now. I know, Gabe, you're dealing with stuff. I know, Lenny, you're definitely dealing with some major things. Millie, you're getting over stuff. And Nikki, is there anything wrong with you, or are you just happy-go-lucky?
No, I'm just in my little nook over here. No, I'm grateful and I'm thankful because we're one of the fortunate ones who are not, struggling right now. So, there's tons of people surrounding me who are, and that's sad and it's difficult, and my heart goes out to them all. So yeah, we're just kind of here in our bubble.
Well, you have a past that definitely reflects why you would be thankful right now, because
Oh, yeah.
last Thanksgiving was not quite so happy.
No, I mean, last Thanksgiving, we didn't have a home. Last
Yeah.
Thanksgiving, we weren't in a home last year. So definitely grateful to be, having my own kitchen to cook. And don't get me started. I already feel the tears coming. I'm uber grateful for everything around me.
Bill decided he's going to wait for the sex show next year. Probably a smart move. That will be rated mature on there. I'm a little hurt by Bill. I mean, I've been starting to say goodbye, Bill, at the end of the show, and thank you, Bill. And he just said hi to Danielle and pretty much said, fuck us. What the hell, Bill? That wasn't very nice. I was like, I'm just saying. So I'm going to ask, we're just pretty much going around. We're going to talk about things in our life that have really defined us and what we're most thankful for, including this holiday and even past holidays. And Lenny, you're going through a lot of stuff, but where is the bright side of it? What are you thankful for? What's your biggest one, do you think?
Family and friends, and John, my boyfriend. Yeah, he's my rock. So I'm
Has
very,
he helped
very
you?
thankful. What's that?
How has he helped you through a lot of this?
Oh boy. Okay, I've got two.
Oh, yeah, we want
autistic-
reasons for your thanks.
I got two autistic children. I have a handicapped sister, an older mother, and I'm trying to do all this by myself. And there's very few people that even stick around, family included, to help with that kind of stuff. And he's just always there.
That's
So
awesome to have
If I
somebody
call
like
him,
that.
he's always there. Yeah.
And I believe that Nikki probably shares
wait,
that.
time out. So I had already brought down my little champagne, and
Mm-hmm.
he brought me one too, not knowing.
Hey, at
I've
least
got
you
two.
have... Okay, unlike Sunday, at least you have one of those left. All right.
It is technically the biggest drop.
Yeah, I mean, Sunday was great 'cause she's like, no, I've already had one right at the start of the show. And then, towards later in the show, you're like, I've only had this much. That's it. Totally forgot that you already told us you had a whole one before the show. But we love you because you're so fun
Yeah.
no matter what.
Yeah.
So,
So anyway, I'm thankful for everything, even when you have tough times. There's people out there that are really struggling, and I'm not really struggling. You know, I have my health, I've got my house, I've got my family, so it's all good.
That's absolutely great. What about you, Millie? I know yours got to be a little harder with a lot of your family being away, probably for a lot of holidays. You go out there on Christmas, right?
Yeah, usually we go home.
Usually go out on Christmas.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's got to be hard sometimes dealing with that. But what do you have? What is your favorite thing that you would say you're thankful for?
What my husband.
Your
He's just
husband,
always
too?
yeah, he's always very supportive and just, we make a good team. So
Well, that's what they're there for if they're the right kind of husband. And again, Nikki, I'm sure you agree with that one too, right?
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, I'm very
Well, he's in the room, so
open.
I'm sorry.
No, his ear is plugged. He can hear nothing.
Okay.
But he knows it, and I say it. I try to say it as often as I can because my husband works really hard for our family. So I'm blessed. I'm truly blessed.
That is really good. So he's a provider too, and he makes
Yeah.
sure that you have everything you need.
Yeah, absolutely.
yep.
You know,
him
in
and my
this
husband-
world,
I'm sorry, and my children too. My children are not his children, and for somebody to step up and say, not only do I have your back, but I have their back too. It's it says a lot about somebody and who they are. So
absolutely. There's a lot of people that get in relationships and don't want to deal with the rest of the family when they do that. So that's a rare find.
right.
I mean, I've known Greg way longer than I ever knew you, so I'm surprised by that. But that's good. And before we get to you, Gabe, Bill says he's very thankful for the life that my parents gave to me and provided for me. And that's one that I will definitely side on you with, Bill, because they had a huge impact on my life, and I think most of us, some of our deepest shows have had to relate to our parents. So that's really good. Anything you post on here that you want to be thankful for, we're going to bring it up and we'll mention it and talk about it if you want to. If you have reasons for it, please share. Gabe, what is one of the biggest things you're thankful? Because I know you're going through kind of a roller coaster ride right now.
Yeah, several things, but for me, I'm obviously thankful for my family, but for all of my ladies, my daughter, my wife, my mother, and my aunt. My daughter has cerebral palsy, and at the beginning of March, she was very used to a regimen of physical therapy on a weekly basis. She used to get Botox injections every 3 months to sort of loosen her leg. And that all shut down at the beginning of last March. So she wasn't able to go to any sort of physical therapy. So now she is in serial casts, which is basically they cast you in, they put you in a cast for a week, sort of at this angle, and they sort of tilt you down.
Oh, wow.
And they try to get it back to where it's supposed to be.
Pretty much bend you back in
Full
shape.
range of motion, right. So between school and all of that, my ladies have been wonderful. I'm forever thankful for them.
Oh, that's awesome.
Very, very nice on that. So your ladies are good. Are there any guys you're thankful for? Just the ladies, pretty much.
No,
All right. Well, I feel okay. I'm
my
sorry.
brother's all
Thankful
right.
for
My
Keith.
dad's good.
Huh?
I said I'm thankful for Keith.
I know. I just wanted you to say it again.
Yeah.
I am actually very thankful for all of you. Starting before I get into the personal ones, I'm thankful for this broadcast, for this whole show and this whole group that we've done. It has taken me so far out of a funk that I was in, and such a deep depression. And you guys just helped me. You're a release. You're something to do, something a lot of people needed, and I needed it too, more than I know. So I'm very thankful for all the originals that started it, everyone that jumped on board, and those that were a guest initially. And I said, "Fuck you! You're going to become a regular panelist, Millie." You guys have definitely made at least 2 times a week things better, and more often when I even speak to you outside of that. It's always good. You lift my spirits, and I appreciate that. Thankful for January 10th, Bill. Is that your birthday? Oh, no, that's a sex show. All right. I just remember we were talking about that on the last show, after the show. Yeah, so that'll be yours that you're thankful for. God, you're starting early, Bill. We love you for that. Anybody else, of
not
course?
even here yet, Bill.
Yeah, we got to go through my birthday next Wednesday first.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right.
That's my birthday show, where we talk about me. So, is there anything that anybody has had in their life that they're very thankful for, but they've never really mentioned, they've never really said it out loud, or they've always been in the background. It's one of those things like I wish they knew how much I cared, or how much impact they've had on me.
I mean,
Nikki's thinking
I'm thinking.
I'm pretty
on
verbal.
there.
When,
I'm
you know,
pretty good
when-
about verbalizing, to people, showing my appreciation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think me too.
All right. Well, I'm not. So I actually do. I show it to a lot of people, but there's some things that escape my mind that I'm thinking about. Let me start simple. My bar people.
Yeah.
Everybody out there, I don't really get a chance to thank them for how much impact they have on my life on a regular basis. Every one of them treats me like gold. They treat me like their best. Well, not every one of them. Some are total drunk assholes, but still, I love them equally, Bill. And not really, but that's one thing that I don't get a chance a lot of times to tell people that I'm really happy and thankful for, and I am, because everything I am is because of them. Outside of my family, like my career-wise and everything I've built up and become, is all because of them. So I want to say, of course, to everybody out there that goes to my shows, and everybody here has, I love you all. I don't care whether you're on this panel or not. So I do very much appreciate that. So nobody else has any groups or anything to have. You're not even gonna thank Thrive.
I want to thank I want to thank my friend Kelsey, because she is awesome and helped me out after I had my surgery when the one day that Will couldn't stay home to help me and I still needed help. So that was pretty awesome.
See, there's those little things out there, and those are the ones that really count.
And now that you bring it up, you make me feel obligated. So
Yes,
I
that's
try
the
to
whole
keep
point.
it separate. I try to keep it separate and keep it classy and not try to get some free marketing. But I'm very grateful for my business. I mean, when in life can you be going through a pandemic and have the opportunity to start a business and be able to stay home and be a mom and make a living, taking care of my children, but I'm still providing for the household. So I'm very grateful.
For sure.
Good. Brian here. Brian's also, he is just thankful in general, and that's not a bad thing either. Totally to be thankful. We're thankful. I'm thankful for everybody on the panel, everybody on the chat, like I said before, because you also have helped build this. Bill said he is thankful for his friend Kathy. She helped to change him to be a nicer, better person. Oh my God, you were worse. Before I met her, I was the bad guy. That's really nice there. Kathy is you've talked about Kathy before, Bill, so I'm glad on that one. I hope she's watching this, and I hope she knows, but she probably already does know, and that's what's really cool on that. So,
Yeah. I mean, I would say, I would just expand on that, and definitely I'm thankful for this conversation that I get to have in this secluded world that we live in right now. This is literally the first time I've talked to multiple people in months. And I'm also thankful for Keith, even though it's not obligated, that I don't talk to a lot of people over the phone or anything like that. Not a lot of people reach out to me, very few friends. And the one person that actually texted me out of the blue, was Keith, just asking me how I was doing. And I am forever appreciative of that, and the fact that we reconnected a couple years ago, and it's been smooth sailing ever since,
goes right with Ira and you, and reconnecting to everybody. Just bringing back the old school friends that I grew up with was amazing. You guys also helped me learn how to get out of trouble, so that was always a good thing.
Most of the time.
You did. A lot of times, and what you said is true, that we don't vocalize a lot of times how much impact people have on us. We don't always see it, and I
think thank you is
personally,
lost sometimes.
it kind of is.
'Cause you
It's
say it
become
so
kind of
much.
it's an impassing phrase.
Right. So how do you really show somebody,
Yep. When I brought up this show and this panel, Changing Me, Brian, what you said, you're thankful that I can help others from my own personal lived experience, and that really was the point of the broadcast and the show to begin with. Mm-hmm. And you're right. And it was built out of the fact that I was always thankful for that before I ever did this show. I love being able to help people. I love when they're out there. And I want to say right now I'm very thankful for my brother. My brother has been an asshole. He has been in trouble. He has been a very unique person in cases, and he has been one of the most amazing persons because he's a brother. He does all that. But I'll tell you, when push came to shove and I needed somebody, my brother was always there. No matter what, he would drop out whatever he was doing, leave work or anything, and he would show up. And I don't get to tell him very often how much I love him. So I want to definitely say that my brother Joe, I definitely love you, and you're my rock. So I really appreciate that. You're always there for me. Bill, Bill, thankful to have my daughter back in my life after a 10-year absence.
Aw.
That's nice.
That is awesome. That is awesome. And that's, I hope you're out spending Thanksgiving with her tomorrow. If you're not, I hope you get a lot more time with her, because that's what you need. That's what we all deserve. We got kids out there. Of course, we're all thankful for our kids. We know that one.
Yeah.
All right. So everybody is so quiet tonight. I'm not used to this.
It does feel very mellow. We're just
It's
like,
very
Is it
different.
my fault?
Yeah.
I'm
like
thinking
it
Gabe just brought the mellow.
Oh, boy.
Who ate
It's
turkey
that
before you
NPR
got
radio.
on here?
No. I did go to the grocery store though because we were missing a few things that I needed for tomorrow. My husband and I need to make dinner.
Oh my
so-
And you got back in time? How'd you pull that off?
Yeah. I got back in time and was able to then make dinner, but now I'm really tired because I went grocery shopping and then Zoom at home, putting it away, making dinner, eating, and then got on here.
I got
Well,
something to say that I'm
yeah, go ahead.
grateful for from. So I went to the grocery store yesterday. It was pouring rain when I got outside. And normally I'm one who will return the cart to the corral because it's just the right thing to do. They shouldn't have to be searching the parking lot. But it was pouring rain out and it was cold and I wanted to get in my car. So I put it at the front of my vehicle and I got in. And this lady who was parked in front of me jumps out and starts screaming at me that I almost hit her car with a shopping cart. And I kind of looked over and I was like, it's like 8 feet away. And I just kind of chuckled. Well, she kept going. And so for today, I am thankful for my patience and my kindness because I so badly
Yeah.
wanted to not be kind to her. But I drove away. I was kind of snarky. I did drive away with her hanging out her door, still yelling at me. I said, "Have a good day, Karen." And I drove away. But
I like it. Had to be a Karen on there. We got a big one here from Brian. Brian, being that you lost your father, uncle, and many close friends to suicide, unable to open, or you are able to use your story and lived experiences to be there and save lives globally now. Those that don't know, Brian here is a founder of a group, or a co-founder, I'm not sure which one, but he's a big part of it, of Amos by Hope. And Amos by Hope seeks to do similar to what we do, but in a different fashion. They more address directly how they can help, or we're trying to give an outlet for people to express. But they're a fantastic organization. They're listed in the credits on this show, and I try to promote them, as best I can to people, because you are fantastic. So you are constant that so many parents and people have lost their children to suicide in the past week. The attempts are up 1,000% so far in 2020. And with 1 in 4 being completed, they aren't talking about it, so you do it on the Facebook page. Sadly, when it comes to that stuff, it's because people don't talk about it.
Yeah.
And you giving that outlet is amazing, Brian. Again, that is Amos by Hope, AMOS by Hope. Find it on Facebook. It's a great site. There's a lot of inspirational things out there, and it's a great pathway to talk about stuff. So after you like our page, go to his. And if you're already on his, come to ours. Because we're all a community that works together, just like the human condition is another one that we are glad to be associated with. And that's also in there. So Vince is part of that one. Yeah. So I'm glad to have you there. Suicides, they do get up. Now, sometimes he's right, because at a time of the year when you're thinking about thanking people and you don't have anybody there anymore, it can be some of the hardest, most depressing times that you go through. And again, as we've always focused and preached on the show, please reach out to people. Make sure they're okay. Just say, hey, you want to come over, invite them, because your invite, your reach out can be a life-saving situation, whether you know it or not. So don't let anybody forget about that. One of the things I have put on our page and posted out was a comment. Say, you want something to do during this quarantine, why don't you scroll down to the bottom of your text? And why don't you reach out to one of those people you have forgotten about, because it's been a year plus that you have not talked to them? Make that change. Be that difference, because then you're both somebody to be thankful for. Brian says he created and founded in December 13th, 2018. So yeah, that was good. And collaboration is always better than competition. In this field, there's no such thing as competition.
No.
There should not ever be anything like competition, because when your main goal is to save lives,
Make people happy.
Yeah.
Give people
Help
a place
others.
to go.
Yeah.
and everybody has their unique niche. Like I said, our show is the unique niche. Ours is just about talking about it. We're not going to get you through. We just want to give you kind of an outlet to verbally express, and his niche is definitely getting in. He's got support from so many groups around the world, and that's very important too, and it gives them some place to go as well. So no matter what, even if you're not following us, follow one of the other pages. But if you're not following us, you're not seeing this, so what does it matter? But we still like having you.
I think that's the importance, right? It's the importance of, if you haven't reached out to somebody, someone that you're thinking about. I think a lot of people sometimes don't do it because they think they're going to be a burden to some people,
Right.
Yeah.
and
Yeah, I know, I've
that makes things
felt
get
that
worse.
sometimes.
And when it's nothing but farther from the truth, and they would like to reconnect just as much as you would, but it's that stalemate of, well, I haven't talked to him in a while. He hasn't called me, so I'm not going to call him,
Yeah.
or that sort of thing. But if you are in need, definitely reach out. And if you want to help some people around the holidays or throughout, the year, definitely reach out to people.
If you can scroll on your phone through Facebook and like and comment on every freaking post you come across and do all that, you can do it on your phone the way I see it. You can go to the bottom of that list and just start going through and say hi. You might get a lot of people that don't respond to you, but first of all, some people that don't respond to you may feel really good about that message to begin with. So make sure you let them know you're there caring, and those that do respond to you have probably been waiting forever and been on that same boat. Maybe they're like Gabe or myself, that we don't text people that often. We don't message it. Not that we're not thinking about you, we just don't. That's interesting, Brian. You say we'd be blown away with how much competition there is in mental health and suicide prevention. I will definitely come on soon, and we can do a panel show on this stuff. As well, you can share your page and send it global, international. You guys are doing a great job. Oh my God, really? That'd be awesome. The more people we all can help is the better, and that's what makes. Because all of us do this. This is nonprofit. We're not making money on anything. We're not trying to do anything. We just want to help people. And there are so many people out there that just want to help people, especially around this time of year. I can't believe there's that much competition when it comes to that stuff, but I do believe you. It's hard for me to fathom how can helping people be that way.
Well, how do you find it, too?
Well, that's-
because
well-
of the fact. Sorry, go
Well,
ahead.
and part of the problem, sorry, Gabe, is some people go into things with the wrong intentions. If your intentions are not passion driven, like if you're passionately driven, it should not be competition. I mean, saving lives, there's no competition to that. I don't think.
We are, Brian says, we're empaths with good and caring hearts, and we are. I believe that. That's one thing nobody will ever take away from me, is telling me that that's not me.
It's
And that I don't care and I don't have a heart and I'm hateful or anything, because I know me. And I know everybody on this panel. I know everybody else. Mind you, there are probably very few exceptions where I might not come off as the nicest of people to you. But in general, the empath is the right word to use, because the people that created this and what you do are people that have been through it. They understand. They feel your pain. Tag on our trailer. I see you, and I'm here for you. I know what you're going through, and I'm here for you. So one of our panelists said that. She was beautiful in that. Yeah, it was you. But, I mean, that's true, because we understand it. We feel it on there. So going back to a little happier thing on here, because, it is something to be addressed. Suicide and depression and mental illness. We did a suicide. Did we do a suicide? We didn't do it. It's coming up. We have a suicide show. Okay, so we didn't do it yet. We do have one. I'll see if we can get Brian on that. Millie.
Mm-hmm.
I love you. That's it. We're done.
Oh, me too.
No, you're always really good at this. Now, what about growing up? Is there anybody that is no longer in your life? I don't know who you have lost or haven't lost, that you just wish to express thanks for the way you've become and who you've become.
Two people, my dad and my maternal grandmother. My
Are there
paternal
still-
grandmother had a big hand in raising me. She's very special to me. And then my father was my rock, so especially as an adult.
That's good. Now, are they still around? I know your father
No, they
isn't.
passed.
I know your father
Yeah,
isn't. Your
they-
grandmother's
yeah.
not either.
Yeah, my
Right, well-
my grandmother passed in my early 20s. So a while ago.
Is there anything that you do like through the holidays to remember them? Like, is there anything symbolic that you do to, feel like they're there with you?
Eat
Yeah.
apple pie.
Yeah.
For a grandmother, that works because that's what they're always saying: "Eat up, eat up, eat up."
Yeah,
This is for
yeah.
my
My grandmother was definitely, especially she was big in the kitchen, and I always make it Christmas time her coconut custard pie, like my
Yum.
traditional thing to do.
Yummy.
I look forward to you bringing that by. Can't mention pie and not expect me to get excited about it. Who else in here wants to talk about somebody they had growing up that really made an impact on their life, whether family here or not? Anybody?
I think I've talked about it before, but my grandmothers were a huge influence on my life and my cooking and just me as a person. Growing up, my mom's mom, we spent a lot of time with her, so it's definitely, it's different not having her around. She passed a few years ago. My dad's mom passed a few years ago, so it's definitely, changed the dynamics of holidays, but I'm grateful for them. I'm grateful I am who I am because, partly because of them. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something I always used to say to people when they said how amazing I was, which happens frequently, you would be surprised. But I always said, thank my mom. Now she's gone, but I still say it. Thank my mom.
bye.
Bill. Baked goods. We're talking baked goods. All right. Another thing I want to add thanks for that I didn't even touch on when we were talking on it. Brian says, cheers to all of you. You're thankful for all you're doing. And we mentioned the competition briefly, that there's so much competition when it comes to mental health and stuff like that. Aside from that, I am extremely thankful that so many organizations are out there, whether competitive or not, that there's so many more places to turn, because we had very few 900 numbers or something like that to call, or 800 or whatever it happens to be for somebody to talk to. And now there are so many that people are more likely to find something if they just do the search. But I think a lot of these places should just reach out on their own and not do the competition thing, because the competition thing is pointless. So what about you, Lenny? We'll go to Lenny. People in your past that really you think impacted your life, that you're very thankful they were there.
Well, most of them are still living, and I still thank them. But one that isn't is my dad, and that was a rocky road relationship. So I thank him for a lot of things, and I'm mad at him still for a lot of things. But,
Right.
But I miss him. Yeah, I do, and I wish he could see our whole family now, because he died a long time ago. He died when we were all relatively young. So
Yeah.
I miss him.
It's amazing the things you will sometimes look over when that
Yeah.
happens. Gabe, what about you?
I'm thankful for my cousin, Sam. He passed about 3 years ago, I believe. And we were basically brothers, I lived in California with him for a little bit, and we were in bands together. And he was my best friend, and I miss him every day. But I got a lot of audio recordings and things like that of us laughing together, and all of my deepest sort of, those real conversations that you have with people.
Yeah.
Those were with him, So I'm thankful for this, because now I actually have another avenue for that. And with him passing a few years ago, that was definitely lacking. So.
Sometimes you get with your friends and you have really deep conversations and everything, and then you go out, and then eventually you're drunk and you don't remember, and you just had a great night, and you don't really speak of them again, and you never realize how much they've impacted yourself and the other person.
Sure.
Yeah.
Until you look back. Bill says, well, thank you, Bill. I was in need of a washer. Not only did I give you one, but a dryer too, and I delivered them to you. Well, you needed it. I don't know if they worked. I just found them on the side of the road, Bill. I don't know. No. If somebody's in need, that's what we do. And Bill, as much as you're gruff, I know you, and I know you will bend over backwards to help somebody. You know, when I see somebody like that, for sure. If you need something, I'm going to try to help you out. He's actually calling me. Okay, we can't have that. I of course, other people that have changed things aside from my brother. Of course, my grandmother and mom raised me, who are no longer here. And I am kind of a spitting image of my mom. She didn't have quite the gray goatee I do, but we're very, very similar in a lot of ways. We even look similar. I found that out when I first did a Halloween show, and I dressed in costume, and I put on the wig and stuff. I'm like, oh my God, I look like my mom. Like, so much like her, and I hadn't even noticed to that point. But, you know, after my mom passed, I never really get to give a shout out to my aunt and uncle, her brother Tom in Alabama. That's the one I'm always talking about that I might go see. They have been there. Now, one of the first things my uncle had said says, you're like a son, you can call me dad. And I of course, won't do that because I can't call anybody else. Gabe knows this. Yeah. I can't call anybody else mom or dad besides my actual mom or dad, no matter who does. I just can't do it. But they were always there, and they make sure to check on me, make sure I'm doing good, make sure I, have movies they want and TV shows they want, because that's always important. I do provide those for them. Some people on here know about. Keith Flicks. Keith Flicks on that. Family makes a big impact, but friends do too. Mark Mazar is another one. I don't know if he watches. Mark's important. But also, I got our friends Josh, Anthony at the bar right now. And they're one of the few people that make me feel that you are friends aside from this panel. That you are friends outside of my job and outside of my work. And I don't get a chance because we get together, we hang out, we get drunk. You don't have deep talks in these times. And if you do, it's like you're drunk. Man, I love you. I fucking love you, dude. And
or it's
you don't.
so loud.
Hmm?
You can't hear them.
Or it's so loud you can't hear yet.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And that's what, and I so much appreciate their friendship. Becky is another one who has been my rock. There's a lot I can go through, so I'm not going to hit everybody. And if I don't, sorry. Trust me, you're in the back of my mind. But the list is huge on that. Mm-hmm. Now, so curious, what is it that brought us together?
Music.
We're all thankful for each other in this show, and I'm curious, what is the aspects that made you step forward and create a show and people that you're really thankful for?
The empathy.
Yeah. Empathy. Mm-hmm. Think you can fill that with one word because Brian said it, and I said it was a great word. That's not fair.
It is.
Sorry, but no, it
is.
really is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think every single one of us are very empathetic people. And we truly want to hear from and help other people.
Right.
So I'm thankful that we're here and able to do
Amen.
that. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm so thankful for too is even they may not be here in the comments, they may not necessarily be watching right now,
But they are watching.
At some point in time, the people who need to see the things that we are saying, see them. We might not know it. Keith sees it a lot more than we see it personally, who's seeing it, but
I don't either. I often see that I have one viewer on here, yet I have 5 or 6 people talking, and then the show ends,
true.
and I go and look, and it's got like 60-some viewers
yeah.
that watch live. So the numbers on here are definitely not accurate.
Right.
Yeah. I just know the people that need to hear our messages, hear them, and I'm grateful that we have the ability to get through to them, in one way, shape, or form.
I guess I'm really glad people give it a shot. People see it out there and they're willing to say, let's see what this is all about. And most people who do, I think, really stick with it, and I appreciate that. Very much. That's what we do. We're good at it. We're just usually, I think we're all really tired. I think we've had hectic weeks because this is probably the quietest show we've ever had in our lives.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just saying.
I think it's the weather, too. This weather it's just kind of bogged down the whole atmosphere.
I want to take a nap right now.
Yeah, I'm getting that. We got Gabe's in his cave. You're laying, you're sitting there just like ready to go to sleep.
There you go.
We've all had exhausting times, which is it's part of life. We do. Now a lot of people during this holiday. Aw, that's so cute. So you got a cat. You got no excuse.
Yeah.
A lot of people during the time are very lonely.
Yeah.
No trivia and locked down. Fuck off, Bill. That's not what you're thankful for. That's what you're sad about. Alright, no trivia.
Pursuit.
He's talking about my trivia. My bar trivia game. So a lot of people are alone and they don't feel they have anything to be grateful for, to be thankful for. And I was alone last year. Everything just worked. I had nobody for Thanksgiving, and I created a full fucking Thanksgiving dinner. Like everything, homemade pies and everything just for me. And my dog, Butler, who was around at the time. Because I'm like, I'm not going to sit here and let tradition and everything that once came around me go to waste.
Yes.
Let me enjoy it. And I put plates out for family member that was deceased.
Did you make
Yeah.
a turkey?
I made a turkey.
Everything.
I don't even know. I couldn't begin to. I don't-
Did
I
you
have no
put
idea
the
how to
food on every plate
No, I didn't do that.
and then switch chairs each, every
different
hour?
legs.
Yeah, I ate 6 people's meals all in one. That's what I did. You caught me.
You know, that's funny you bring that up, though, Keith, because Greg said to me, I went to the store yesterday, to get the things that I wanted for our dinner. And he's like, why are you doing all that? And I'm like, what are you talking about? He seriously wanted me to make, like, just a small turkey breast and just a vegetable and just instant mashed potatoes. I said, are you serious right now? We eat, like, real food on Thanksgiving. All the fat. We eat it all. It doesn't matter.
All right, that's what brought us together was the no trivia and lockdown. Okay, I get it. So never mind. I'm going to rescind my fuck you, Bill. All right. Thank you, Bill. We're going to change that. From a fuck to a thank. Which
But I
is
do it.
probably a common path with your life, Bill. All right. I love you.
But that's the same reason I am making everything, like, I'm keeping tradition alive, whether, there's 50 people or 2 or 3.
Yeah, well, like we said on our last show, that you got to start a tradition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it may start with 2, and then one person may join, then another one may join. They may bring 2 people over, and next thing you know, you've got a full Thanksgiving going again, or a full event.
My husband won't do that. He's an introvert. He likes
Yeah.
it just him and me. He prefers it. I tried to say, hey, can we get a friend, do a Friendsgiving? No. He won't. So,
Very
Sounds like
similar,
my
Bill.
husband.
oh well.
Your grandmother never let anybody sit in her husband's chair, but put a setting there. And I did that for my mom for a little bit. I stopped. Last year I did for everybody, and I was like, anybody out there can fill this. I don't care who you are. You want to fill it. The seat's yours, because that's one thing my mom took pride in, was anybody out there wants to fill the seat in real life,
Yeah.
or who's living, you can fill that seat. So I kind of did the same thing. But you often look that you're depressed and you don't have anything around to be thankful for, and there's nobody really important, but you fail to look beyond what you do have. I'm alone. I'm alone in a big house, but I got a pool.
Yes.
But I have a career and I have a job, kind of, not really right now because of COVID, but that's a different story and a different topic on a different day, and I don't want to talk about that because it fucking sucks. But typically I have that. I built everything I have, from the ground up, my business. I bought my house. I've bought all furniture. Everything in here is mine, even the trash on the ground. But it's mine. And there are things to be thankful for, because it's not just that I did that for myself to be thankful. It was because friends and people got me there. They stood by my side the whole time. And I know, even though I don't do it, that I could call any one of you if I needed somebody to talk to, and you'd be there for me.
Always.
Yeah. I know I could even call Bill if I wanted to. I know there's probably 1,000 people on here I could call and talk to who genuinely care about me that I don't even know about. And sometimes because you don't see somebody being there, or they're not right in front of you, doesn't mean they're not out there. And like I said with that text message thing, they are out there. Sometimes you just get shuffled down to the bottom. And sometimes when people text, and I know I'm equally guilty of this, I'll start going through my top texts, and I'll get in with one person, and I'll kind of stop. It'll go to the side, and I don't mean not to respond, but you mean so much to so many people out there. I don't know if everybody on this panel knows how much they mean to me and how much they probably mean to so many other people. But everybody, if I've said hi to you, you mean the world to me. If I said get the fuck out, you mean the world to me. And if I fuck with you and I insult you, I fucking love you. Because I don't do that unless I care. We had one of the people was one of my friends. His name was John, and I fucked with him all the time. And it gave him the impression that I didn't really like or care about him. And it was the exact opposite, because I'm comfortable enough to know that you won't take it so far.
Yeah.
And the more I do that, the more I love you. So sometimes when you're down and you think people are insulting you and nobody likes you, maybe bring it to their attention, because I didn't know I was doing it. They probably very much care about you because they're comfortable doing it. Now, if they're like punching you in the face and kicking you to the curb and saying don't fucking come back, well, there might be a different message there. So to those people, thank you very much, Bill. Yes, if I needed something done, he's got it. Plausible deniability. I love you. So, what would your message be to people who feel alone this holiday? Because a lot more people feel alone this holiday than most, and COVID's a big part of that.
You're not alone. You need to find the courage within yourself to reach out to the people around you. Even if you haven't talked to them in days, months, years, reach out. Don't let yourself get to that dark place. Because someone will listen.
Definitely.
FaceTime, Zoom, and you'll probably see more people this year than you ever did before.
Yeah.
If you just
Oh,
plan
definitely.
it. A little planning. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think you know who you're going to get the correct responses from if you are reaching out. So just make sure that you talk to the people, even if you haven't talked to them for a while. That you think back and you say, hey, whenever we had those conversations, we really clicked, or we really connected, and that person really had something to say and made me feel better, as opposed to reaching out to possibly not necessarily toxic friends, but friends that aren't as responsive to your feelings, or they're sort of
Well, yeah, you
half-listened.
want to
Right.
definitely reach out to somebody who's going to hopefully make you feel better.
Right.
First day you met me, you were my nemesis, and you still are, Bill. But that's why I love you. I'm nothing without my nemesis. So I appreciate that. I got a little opposing view on what you said there with knowing who to reach out to. Sometimes reaching out to the people you think won't respond or won't care
Right.
is a good thing to do. Because when they do, you realize there was a huge friend there you never thought you had.
True.
That's happened to me on a few occasions where somebody has done something. The one who passed away, Renee. Now, Renee was an amazing person. She just recently passed away. And when COVID started, I was going through a lot of shit. I didn't have a car. I was all fucked. Had no way to work. Everything was getting messed up in my life, 100%. Now, Renee was always a cool person, big heart. She was always nice. She came to my parties. We had a good time. Out of the blue, calls me up from Florida. Says, my car is in my house in Clarkston. Why don't I get somebody to give you a ride? You go have that car. You take that. I'm here for you. You need money? I'm going to send it. And it was just amazing. I never knew I had that kind of friend in Renee.
Yeah.
I knew I had a friend in Renee. I didn't know I had that kind of a friend that would reach out like that. And those unexpected ones are the ones that, first of all, most people who think that they have nothing have lost faith in humanity, and those people bring it back.
Yeah.
And it makes you really look and be really happy for the people around you. People don't know how much love they're surrounded by.
That's true.
Lenny, how much love are you surrounded by?
A lot. Look at this right here.
You are. You look on the
No,
panel,
I
you got
am.
your family. But people talk about you all the time, and you don't even know it. You don't go to the bar. I'm still hearing people talk about you. A, because you're blonde and beautiful. Don't get me wrong on that. But B, you just got a great voice, and you have such a bubbly personality. I don't think you realize how much that affects the people around you, that you impact their life all the time, and that they genuinely care about you. And if you ever reached out to some of these people, you probably never even knew before we got talking that if you'd have reached out to me, I would do what you need and vice versa.
Yeah. I wouldn't
Until we
have
really
known.
started talking. We could have been those people. And I see that with a lot of people. Does anybody have friends like that they unexpectedly found out at some point they were great friends?
You.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. You.
I grew up with you. What the hell? You didn't think I was a great friend?
But no, what I'm saying is, like, now, I
Yeah.
mean, we didn't talk for 30 years.
Yeah, we didn't
30
talk for like 15 years
30
prior.
30 years. That's crazy.
We're not that old.
Well, 40. Yeah.
Shut up.
I'm
Just
not
keep
gonna go
going.
there.
I was like,
No,
But,
I would.
you know-
Yeah, definitely, Keith. You.
Yeah. It was amazing to. I mean, we got our start, as far as singing karaoke together, and it was literally our thing every Wednesday or Thursday.
I think the
2
first time
years.
you even went to do it, I wasn't even there.
It broke my heart when the
was
COVID
like-
thing came, because that was it.
How
That
old
was-
were you guys then?
Oh, we're just talking a couple of years ago.
Yeah. So
When he first started coming to karaoke.
Oh, okay. I
yeah.
thought it was like when you two were kids or something.
No, we lost touch pretty much around high school.
Yeah.
Did you guys go to
And-
elementary together? Like
Yeah.
little
I went
kids?
to
Really?
elementary and then
And junior high
I
and
moved.
briefly high school.
Yeah.
Aw.
I don't think you didn't stay all the way through high school, right? Because
No,
I
I
was a year ahead of you.
Gabe, do you know my husband then too? You know my husband?
She's
Who?
back.
Who?
Yeah, had an Aaron.
Greg.
I don't. He's probably met Greg. I don't know if he knows him. When we got to the junior high school, he actually moved on the opposite side of the freeway, which is like the other side of the tracks for us.
Yeah.
In a sense, we didn't. So, Millie, what we were talking about, we were talking about unexpected friends that you sometimes reach out and you surprisingly have somebody there you never knew. Like, I've talked to people, and when I reach out, they come back. I'm like, I didn't know I had this big of a friend in this person. I gave examples, but I'm not going to do them again. Do you have anybody like that in your life that you had no idea was the kind of friend they were? Probably Kelsey at some point.
Yeah. I probably when I first, because I first met her through chorus, and yeah, I think it's kind of surprising that we ended up becoming such good friends. But now she's one of my closest friends. So I'd say probably her. Yeah.
Well,
I didn't
so
expect
everybody
that
else
probably
pointed to
listening
me.
someone at home.
Everybody else pointed to me on that one, so I appreciate that. But I didn't, it's not always about me. Sorry, checking comments real quick.
You
right.
would also definitely qualify that way for me too. I don't think when I first met you, you're a karaoke host, thinking that I would become such good friends with you.
That's the hardest part of my job, and that leads to a lot of my depression, honestly. It's kind of that rock star appeal, and not that I'm a rock star, but in a lot of people's eyes, I kind of am. I'm the star of the show. I'm up there on stage. I could never be a friend with this person. They've got their own life. Their life is perfect and wonderful and marvelous, and I just, don't fit in there.
I
And
think
it
it's because,
hurts.
but I know lots of other karaoke hosts, and they never became my friend, and it wasn't for lack of whatever, but like, you actually became a genuine friend.
Mm-hmm.
Because
I think
he's
it's-
warm and fuzzy.
Well, and I believe that we cross people's paths for a reason, either as a lesson or a long-term friendship. You just
Yeah.
got lucky that Keith was a long-term friendship.
And you all keep bringing up my name, but really, I got lucky.
Well, I keep my
I really
circle
did.
I keep my circle very small. Our circle is very small. We've removed a lot from our circle because, at times of need, when you're talking kind of foreign language to me about having those friends that, you could reach out to at 2 a.m. I don't really have that. I
Right.
don't. I honestly
Yeah.
don't have that. And
But
a
you
lot
do.
of it- well, I mean, now I do, and I'm grateful. But I never used to have that, and it really shined. The light was really shined, last year when we went through what we went through. Never would I be the one to reach out and say, "Hey, I'm screwed right now. Can you give up some money or something like that?" I would never do that. But even to reach out to someone you thought as a friend for an ear, and they blow you off. That's kind of. I kind of am like, okay, my wall has a few bricks added to it.
Yeah,
So-
I get that too. I don't have a circle of friends. I have a triangle. The 3 points. I just don't let a whole lot of people in.
Yeah.
There's a handful of people that I truly trust to really, because I'm afraid of, just like you said, they might not want to listen, or you think that they're your friend, and then you start talking to them, and then they're either spinning it onto something else.
Yes.
It definitely works in the other
Ulterior,
direction.
So
Yeah. Ulterior
Yeah.
motives. I've come across a lot of people with ulterior motives in their life. So,
Well, you
because
c-
I
you
am a
can
giving
tell.
person. I'm a giving person, and I give so much, and they're like, "Oh, give it all, give it all." Now I'm like, "Wait a minute, I can't give you all of me. I need a little piece for myself." So, peace.
What were you saying, Gabe?
Sorry, Gabe.
My issue more has been feigned interest, where you sort of explain it to somebody, and you can tell. I mean, you can really tell when people are listening to you and when you're just sort of waiting for you to stop talking.
Yes.
So that-
They're in their own world. You get those
Yes.
friends that I love that you're talking to and having a deep conversation, and they're like,
Right, and I've had
and it's, yeah.
the bulk of a lot of my relationships, which, to go with your point, I do not have a clique of friends. I have a few friends that I talk to that I went to high school with, and obviously some work buddies, but that's it. I mean, my whole life is my family.
Yeah.
As small as it is, my entire
Yeah.
family can fit in a single.
I'm kind of the opposing circle of friends in a way, because I have thousands of people who think they're my friend, and they are. And they really are. But I also have that very small circle that I truly believe are my friends. And I'm
Same.
honestly
Same.
just having 5 people, or the 4 people on this panel, but Brandon, if he was on here too, I mean, that's bigger than most I've ever allowed my true circle of friends to get. And it is growing a lot. But I always feel bad about getting a circle too big because of jealousy aspects.
Yeah.
I can't, and I already feel bad about it. Like, I don't like wishing people a happy birthday online because
a
somebody
job
else
in
will
itself.
see it
Right.
and be like, "You never said it to me." I'm like,
I missed his.
I
I
have
got his.
like 5,
Yeah.
5, 10 birthdays every day coming up and stuff like this, and I'm gonna miss one, and people are gonna get pissed. And
I don't.
you didn't invite
I'm
me.
horrible keeping track. It's too many.
Oh my gosh.
I just do
I have
that
hard
by
enough
mood
time
now.
remembering my own children's.
Yeah.
Crying out loud.
Well, you were out for those, so I was like,
Oh, hell no, I
Everybody's got a
wasn't.
birthday.
I fully remember.
they do, and so everybody pretty much keeps that small circle of friends, and I think
Yeah.
that's really good. Don't be afraid to let it grow, though. And
Yeah.
anybody out there, since you kind of, almost everybody watching, not all, we have quite a few that don't know any of us, but a lot of them at least know one person on this panel. No matter what you're going through, we're there for you.
Yeah.
No matter who you are,
Always.
reach out. If you don't have our phone numbers, get through us through the website, and
Yeah.
we'll get in touch with you. Sometimes we don't have your phone number just because it's never come up in conversation.
Yeah.
Especially in my line of work, you leave before I can try to get your phone number, and you try to get somebody's phone number at 2:30. You're looking for something else.
Right.
At least in my line of work, you are. I'm afraid to ask, like, "Hey, you want to hang out? You want to,
wanna
can
be
I get
my
your
friend?"
number?" Because the impression is, "Oh, we gonna fuck." No, I'm like, just to hang out and stuff like that, and it's really hard to do that sometimes. But we're out here, and we love you. We all love each other. There's no final word, by the way, for this one, because we're just talking, and this is just a Thanksgiving thing. I don't have a final word on here.
Yeah, I can't wait until we can all just come together and give hugs
I know.
and all of these
I
things.
can't wait till we
again.
can have.
See you in 2030.
Yeah, right. I can't wait for the day we can have a show where we're all in the same room.
Right.
Yes.
Oh, that would be cool.
I know.
Like
I've,
when we're
I've met
movie
you.
stars, when we go internationally.
Can actually be on a panel. That'll be nice. An actual
Yeah.
real round table.
Right.
I'm sorry. We can discuss Bill Maher, the fun edition.
Bill Maher.
As we usually do.
Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Oh God, we can't do that. My house will be blown up. I know. Between me and Gabe alone, with the shit we tried as kids, we'll still do again. So it's dangerous territory.
We were definitely scientists.
I'll
We
just
were.
have glitter everywhere.
You know, I was a chemistry teacher, right?
You are?
You what?
You know that, right? I was a chemistry teacher. You know that, right?
Nice.
Oh God, you could have taught us a few things.
Shit, where were you like when I was failing chemistry in high school?
Yeah.
Once again, I want to remind everybody, January 10th is our sex show. So we'll be talking about sex because Bill has brought it up once again.
You better be
go-
ready, Bill.
I'm gonna go
No,
full
don't be
dominatrix.
ready, Bill.
Bill, I'm
Better
gonna
be
be
ready.
full dominatrix, ready to crack that whip for you, boy.
I'll get my gimp. I'll get my gimp outfit out. This will be good. I'm sorry.
Who's wearing the gag? No, I'm just-
No, well,
Right
if Bill
off the
comes
deal.
on, he's wearing the gag.
I'll have my husband tied up in the background.
We'll just see him walking by.
He doesn't know that yet. He doesn't know yet.
I'll have my chaps and my whips and my spurs.
What about you, Millie?
Oh,
Come on, Mill.
butt plugs for everyone.
Millie, we have enough for you. We'll sprinkle.
That's
some
going to
more.
be a very interesting
I see the-
show.
There's
I will
a
sterilize
probably
it, okay?
more conservative down here,
Every half.
more carefree up here.
It's not more conservative, it's untrained.
Right. We get greater with age. We're like fine wine.
Bill is absolutely. Bill's always ready. I've noticed that, Bill. I've definitely noticed that. In all caps, too, nonetheless.
I'm gonna go Mr. What's that movie with it's like a sex movie. Mr. Grey? No.
All.
Oh,
yeah.
50 Shades of Grey.
50
Yeah.
Shades of Grey.
Yeah.
Oh,
She's getting worked up.
I gotta go to bed. No, I'm
I was like, Greg, get out of your corner.
He's like,
All right, I'm thankful for sex.
What is it?
Let it never end.
I'm thankful.
I am
for
definitely
table
thankful for
libations.
sex. And I got to tell, and I'll tell him, thank you so much. You are amazing. You're my rock.
What about the other hand? You're gonna make it jealous.
Well, they can't talk to each other. I can't have them on the same screen at the same time. They'll fight. It's terrible.
A menage a trois.
I'm kind of cheating on one with the other. It's never good.
Embrace of the vampire.
That's not the show yet, though. It's going to be an interesting one for sure.
But it perked us
So-
all up, didn't it?
Yeah, I was just thinking because of that conversation.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I'm thankful for the laughter.
Yeah.
Yes.
I really am.
Yes.
No
Laughter's
matter
the best
what goes
medicine.
on, we still have laughter in our lives. We still have each other.
Always.
So I'm, pretty much in closing on this one, I just want to say that to everybody out there, you definitely have people around that care. Don't be afraid to see them. Don't be afraid. We talked about on our Sunday show, don't be afraid to start a tradition. If you're alone on Thanksgiving, invite people over. Just say, hey, come over. Then there's 2 of you, maybe 4, maybe 8, and eventually more. Have fun, have a good time. We're never as alone as we think. And if we really were, why would funerals be crowded?
That's true.
There's always people around you. Thank you, Bill. I just want to say I'm you know what? I'm thankful for Bill.
I know. I'm thankful.
I really
for
am
Bill.
thankful for you, Bill. You are, and most of the entire trifecta we have typically on here, which is Bill, Danielle, and Wayne. Sorry to hear about your loss, Danielle. And Wayne's usually on here. You're kind of the trifecta. We like having you on here. I'm thankful for everybody in the chat, but Bill, you definitely can help lighten the mood, and I appreciate that more than you know. And you also have a very
Interesting life.
deep story. Yeah, I mean, a lot of stuff you've been through, Bill. And that's been amazing. I hope you never leave the show because you are fantastic. Literally every comment is from you right now, and that's good. And probably because people turned in and like, this is just quiet and boring. We'll get back when they get to sex. No, I'm just kidding. No, they will. So that is my closing. And what else does anybody else have to say to close out?
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, happy
Yeah, happy
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving, everybody. Enjoy your day. Enjoy what is surrounding you, big or small.
And
never know.
Even if you can't, I'm sorry. Even if you can't be with your family, still reach out to them. Call, text, Zoom.
Yeah.
We didn't even bring that up. Very good
Fine.
idea.
Reach out to your
Because-
family and friends.
We all move. We all spread apart. We all go different directions. So yeah, reach out to them. That's definitely a good thing. Gabe, what about you?
And
Any
really
last
take
things?
the time to enjoy the moment. It's there's not going to be a lot of these,
Right.
right now. So if you are able to get together with your family, obviously be safe, but enjoy it. Definitely get all of it out while you can.
And I promise every single person out there, if you are alone, you will not be forever.
Yeah.
So kind of take it in stride. Think of the things you had. Think about what got you. And you know what? fall in love with one particular person, and that's yourself. And learn what
Yes.
makes you so special, and get that out there, and people will flock to you.
Yes. That's so
What
true.
were you going to say, Lenny?
Very cool.
Nothing. Because you were so serious there. Because I was thinking, wow, Gabe, he needs to start off the sex show with that like pillow talk voice.
How can he? He's going to have a ball gag in his mouth.
You won't know it's me from the leather mask.
I do.
I'll be wearing full black latex.
Yeah.
I do want to say one last thing though. If there's
Go ahead.
anybody out there who is going to be spending the holidays alone, you don't have anything to eat or whatever, reach out. I'll bring you a plate. I'll go on a little like plate drop off.
Seriously, get on our Facebook or go to our website and just go to the messenger and message us.
Yeah.
We'll make sure that you're not alone. Because maybe we don't want to be alone either.
Right.
If you need help or anything, you're always welcome. I appreciate that. Where's my top fan page? I told you, I don't control that, Bill. That's a Facebook thing. They do that.
Give them
you're
a badge
good.
on ESV on the Facebook page.
You've been engaged 14 times. We know that, Bill.
I'm good.
One day you'll actually finish the job. So, but aside from that, it doesn't stop you from trying. I know. Ooh, pecan pie.
I have
I'm
pecan
thankful
pie.
for
That
pecan
was
pie.
a transition.
I
Yeah.
have pecan pie. And I'm making chocolate cream pie.
Can you see me? I'm frozen.
No, I can
Oh,
see you
I
fine.
Okay, I can't see you guys. It's frozen. My screen's frozen.
Yeah, we
I'm
got
also
Okay.
making pumpkin pie cheesecake.
still working.
Don't fuck with cheesecake. What is wrong with people?
It's layered. It's
No.
cheesecake and it's pumpkin pie.
How you gonna?
So
know?
I gotta scrape off this pumpkin pie shit on my cheesecake? Stop fucking with my cheesecake.
There's something for
Chocolate.
everybody.
Oh,
So
God.
good. So good.
I'm really grateful
Cake
for my
is
grandma.
disgusting in my book. So
Because pecan pie got me. My grandma loved me so much. She was so sweet one year. Because I gotta tell, I love pecan pie, but I don't like pecans. I like the filling because I'm fat. That's just what we do. And I don't. Well, she knew I didn't like the pecans, so just one year she goes, she gets big pecan pie, cuts me a piece of Thanksgiving, goes and just pulls every pecan off of this pie. Sweetest thing in the world, but you know how gross pecan pie looks when pecans have been hand picked off, and you get this gooey mess going. I picked all the pecans off for you. Thank you. But I am, because she would do anything to try to make me happy. She would try everything. So I appreciate you up there. You did a great job, and you still do. Thank you all. You have a very happy Thanksgiving. Have
Bye,
a great
everybody.
night.
Bye.
We
Happy
bye
love,
everyone. Happy
Yeah.
we
Thanksgiving.
love you. Happy Thanksgiving. We got a lot of people that tuned in for the after show. That's weird. I guess that's where we shine. It's the after show. Like, oh, they're done talking. Okay, let's go to the after show.
Yeah, because they know we're gonna finish talking about sex.
That's it. Usually it goes
sex
somewhere
joke
down that
coming
line. It does.
Hey guys, it's still frozen.
All
So I'm
right.
gonna
see
try to
you.
leave and come back. Is that okay?
All right.
Okay.
No. Once
Like-
you leave, you're done. That's it. No, yeah. Go ahead, leave and come back.
Right.
You're fine.
Okay.
The link's always good.
Bye.
Well. Well, come on. If you're gonna leave, go.
She's like,
That is such the perfect image.
It's not.
Oh, it was a little slow. It was kind of nice to talk about that. I was hoping we had more people on there mentioning things, but it was still good.
you know, and a lot
Yeah.
of people are getting ready for tomorrow.
Oh yeah, some people are probably still at the grocery store. I'm gonna be there in a few minutes.
Oh hell. Yeah, the grocery store was a madhouse yesterday.
I did not want to go during the day at all, and I kept putting it off, and I guess I kind of got to now because I think I want to make myself a Thanksgiving dinner.
I was gonna bring it over to you.
I think you should stay home and enjoy your night with your family.
Aw.
I love and appreciate that whole thought, but I'm an hour and a half away from you, or an hour
You're
away
not
at
that
least.
far from me. I'll bring you dinner.
I'm fine with it. I actually, you know what? Last year was one of the best Thanksgivings I had in a long time, and I was alone. It was beautiful.
Aw.
We can.
It
Zoom.
really was. Huh?
We can zoom. You can put me at a
Yeah.
table place.
No, it doesn't really bother me. Thanksgiving isn't the same this year anyway as it is for a lot of people, and most
Yeah.
holidays have kind of
It's
come and
not.
gone.
It's-
Yeah.
You know.
So
I'm thankful for.
And for me, it's no different.
I'm thankful for a lot of
you
things.
ray of fucking sunshine. I
Well, because it's always me and Will for Thanksgiving. Just the two of us since we moved here to Michigan. So
Butt plugs.
remote control butt plugs.
Vibrating butt plugs.
Get our address and send them to us. I was like,
That's some 2021 shit right there.
It's kind of like the vibrating panties when somebody else has the controller. I have a couple friend who did that. They went to the store and he had the controller and she was wearing underwear in the
That's
store.
what they're made for.
Weirdos.
Who knew we were going to cross our Thanksgiving show with our sex show? I was like,
Well,
It goes
And
hand
what
in hand.
happens if the grandma gets the remotes switched?
yes,
Okay.
exactly.
Honey, what's going on?
Oh, that would be
I
tragic.
want to watch Madlock. Matlock.
oh, Matlock. Wow, we're old.
So I wondered,
I was like,
did the Detroit Thanksgiving Day parade get canceled? It got canceled, right?
I don't know. I know a lot of them did. I don't know if ours did.
I thought they were gonna stream it or something.
Yeah, I think it's
Oh,
like
that you
no
just can't gather downtown.
no visitors.
I know New
Yeah,
York's
no,
doing
no,
something
no.
like that. The big Macy's is doing something like that.
It's all going to be
Crazy.
CGI this year.
I don't like
Absolutely
it.
crazy.
I stepped on an ornament hook.
Oh,
That was not smart.
I know. I
Yeah,
was
it got caught.
redoing,
I was like, "What is going on with my foot?" It got caught in my sock. Sorry.
I was redoing my wreath from last year, and a bunch of bulbs busted on it. It's like a bulb wreath, so I got little teeny pieces of glass
In your
all
feet.
around me. No, it's just
Oh.
all around. I gotta just be careful, because